the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to redefine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
That gives me chills every time. Every goddamn time. What's happening? Sean, how's it going? Well, that's a bad question, really. Look, just know, I've been, last couple days, I was like, hey, where's he at? I hope he's doing okay. Sending out positive vibes. I know you got a lot going on. You don't have to go into detail or anything about it. Just know, we're thinking about you here. So, and whatever it is, I can guarantee I probably have sort of dealt with the same thing. So, I feel for you. Just, we're here. Take your mind off it, and we'll do our job. I'm already out of coffee. That sucks. I fixed a little bit of my ISO and shutter speed, so I wasn't so bright. I wanted my background to be darker, right? I'm still not happy with how my background's going because I've got all that stuff, right? The stuff. I want that stuff, this stuff to show, but I'm sitting in front of it, and I got to move over here, or I got to move over here. I don't know. I'm thinking about possibly just shifting. I mean, I shifted my desk around, so I had this nice area back here. My camera's in the wrong place is probably what it is. I think maybe I need to move my desk back, but then that cuts off a lot of room that I have. Like, I move back here, my desk, then I'm not seeing this whole big black area over here. I'm seeing more of the bookcases. It means I got to move everything back, which may be a good thing because then I can take this nasty shelf and put it on the wall behind it. Plus, I can get back there to do all the cable management stuff, right? Right. I did move my camera, my second camera. I need some sort of lighting on those bookcases. What's up, Hans? Need some lighting, some sort of lighting there. We got the Grim Cam going. Germanian cam, which is actually pointed in a different direction now, but I can't. Well, I could do the cam in the middle, but I would have to split my monitors, right? And I don't. I, and I'm a dual monitor guy. I sit in the middle of my dual monitors so I can see them. Well, I didn't show the vulture cam. Let's see if the vulture cam is. Yeah, the vulture cam is still. I sit usually when I'm at work. Well, right now I've got my main monitor right here. It is. It's in front of me. My camera's here, and then I got my secondary work monitor here. And usually everything is shifted. So the post is usually in the middle. So I've got monitors on either side. I don't know. I could do that. I could take this stuff and really take it and move it all the way over here onto the secondary desk. That's an idea. Take it and put it on the secondary desk, but then I don't have chat, and then move this over, let my monitors, be apart a little bit and have my camera right in the middle. But then I've got to look over at chat, because that's not what I want to do. I want to be able to look at chat. All right, well, good morning, Michelle. Hopefully my microphone is sounding a little better. I did some tweaking yesterday. I noticed that it really sucked. It really sucked. It really, 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 really sucked. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I can hear myself, and I sound a lot better. I tweaked the gain and the equalizer. Turn up the gain just a bit. Do I have any double audio going on? I shouldn't. Should not have double audio. Look, dude, we are sorry to hear that, for sure. We're sending out some positive, supportive vibes your way, man. My mom, my mom had a condition that we were all unaware of, because she kind of kept it hidden for whatever reason. And she had just come to visit. She lived down in Florida, and she had just come to visit up where I'm at. And she had called like a couple of days later, talking about, like, she might think it's be time to move in, be closer to the family. And then a couple of days later, somebody called, one of her friends called me, and she had a condition of the lungs where you have this fibrous growth in her lungs, and she was down. She was down to, like, they kept saying, I mean, she kept telling everybody she had COPD, which she never smoked a day in her life. And usually COPD is from that type of, so So yeah, it was like a blink of an eye that, somebody she had I guess been trying to clean up that where she was her clean up because her my brother-in-law was coming down, and she ended up on the floor, and when they found her, she was in pretty bad shape, and so we had to rush down to Florida, and and pretty much the doc's like, this is, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, so I drove like a bat out of, well, I flew down, made it to Orlando, and then drove like a bat out of hell over to Titusville, where she was at. This is, yeah, several years ago. I mean, and look, we're gonna miss our moms, man. We're gonna miss our moms. And my dad had Alzheimer's, so I just know my mom was in a lot of pain at that time, and now she doesn't have to suffer through that. So, but yeah, we are all sorry to hear that, Sean, and just do what you got to do, go through your process. It takes some time, but we're okay now. We're all okay now. I said this is like 2017. Yeah. And the best way to probably honor her memory is to work like a motherfucker and be successful. So what do we got going on today? What? Well, like I was talking about, I need to rearrange my setup somehow. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out. It's a good looking Saturday morning. So don't stay, well, where I'm at. So don't stay inside too long if you have if it's a nice day. So we won't do this all morning. I'm working on some Mogrts this morning. And if you obviously anybody who was here at the beginning, you saw the I still got my damn cans on. I hate my cans. I mean, I like them, but they look terrible. They look terrible. Yep, I tapped my mic off. Thanks for that. Yeah. Yeah. It's this little capacitor up here. If you accidentally just breathe, you know. Now it's on. Yeah. It's a cool thing, especially when you got a cough. But sometimes when you're playing around with things, you hit it. Then you have no sound. So, all right. We are back in audio business. I feel like I need a haircut because my hair is just kind of keeps falling through there. I finished the intro, right? I don't know if Stephanie's seen it. We should probably play it. Let's do that. Let's play the intro real quick. For anybody who hasn't seen it, turn off the music real quick. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Give a thumbs up. Here you go. Especially give a thumbs up for this.
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
So yeah, there we go. And I'm watching it, and there's something I forgot to do. There's a lot of tweaks I want to do. A lot of tweaks. But I want to add, when I'm going to pull that up over here. Better to maybe demonstrate. I wanted to do some tracking of some elements, put some logos here and there, like graffiti on the wall. Hey James, what's happening? Mr. Retired. I thought about, this seemed to be a good place to kind of track my logo in the eyeball. A 42-foot stretch limo is commercial. You're a limousine picking somebody up. That is commercial. Jesus. Anyway. I mean, all this is kind of cool. I wanted to kind of track my cat lady in some of these scenes, but they're not very clean. It just takes a while to do it. But I forgot to put some shake. I want to do some camera shake. I need to do my cat ladies. I need a different. I like the cat ladies, but I need to kind of shift their video to where they're, I don't know, not doing the same thing at the same time. And right here, which I've been kind of neglecting, you know, I'm catching the side of the head of the skull and then the back. I need to go in and shift that so that, you know, the face is just coming around. So the face just comes around and it's not going out. But especially this part when the guitar really starts, you know, hitting heavy, I need to put some kind of a, you know, I want a visual for the heaviness of the guitar, you know, kind of that, you know, going on. And that's good. I like that. This is good. But right here, it's like I've got the skeletons and everything, but it just kind of looks plain. They're on the background, so I want to put in something going on. I should find some big speakers, you know, some speakers that are like pulsing or something. That would be cool. Which is, you know, that ring thing is kind of comes in and adds some texture in the background. It's a big matchup tonight. And now sports with James Figueroa. And that face looks washed out, so sooner or later I'm definitely going to figure out how to keep, because I've got some 3D lighting going on. It's not necessarily working like I want it to. I need to tweak it. Anyway, that's kind of, yeah, I want to have them just something different with the cat lady, a different area of the video. I need to put some more elements here. Fix that skull turn. But everything else is has turned out really good. I like it. Hey Grim, stop making me laugh. What'd I do? What did I do? Speaking of laughing, if you want to see a really a goofy guy and his friend being really totally goofy, not knowing what they're talking about most of the time, head over to Xanthi's channel and watch the replay of the collab we did yesterday. It was kind of funny. In fact, fact, I kind of want to watch a little bit of it now. Oh, I can't hear anything.
It's not Cersei from Game of Thrones. It's similar. Her name is Cersting. Now she goes with.
So,
It wasn't
Xanthi has a friend whose name looks like Kirsten. Kirsten. And Xanthi is Greek, but she lives in Sweden, and she knows like 50 gazillion languages, probably just Greek and Swedish and English, really. She's trying to tell me how to pronounce Kirsten is how you pronounce it, Kirsten. And Kirsten, if you are listening and I'm not pronouncing it right, God, forgive me again. But yeah. So this is the kind of the start of that video.
Hi, we're live.
That was some crazy music.
It was, wasn't it? Crazy by Restream.
Was it Restream music?
Yeah. It was Restream. It was the only one that I could see that it was 59 seconds, 1 minute. So yeah.
Okay.
So hi everyone, welcome to a live stream that I just added the title. I didn't even I haven't even written a title. Hello, right. Enda. Hi and friend.
We actually had people come watch it.
Live stream with Grimskull. We talk NFTs and things we don't understand and more.
The real thing.
Maybe I will update it later. But I think that pretty much sums it up.
Well, like I said, you could click that link and go.
Last second to figure out my titles, and it's never about what I actually stream about for some reason.
Go watch the.
Hi, Cersting. Okay, I want to take the opportunity here. Welcome everyone to our Friday night live stream. Since Cersting is in the chat, I would like to make her pronunciation of her name clear. Her name is not Cersei from Game of Thrones. It's similar. Her name is Cersting. Now she goes with.
She's a spy.
Cersting.
Cersting.
Yes. Correct.
Cersting. Now she can forgive me for the butchering.
I think you are saying it very well, but of course she can have some more opinions about her own name, but I think you got it. That is what I was trying to explain the other day.
Yeah, because I kept going Kirsten.
Of course, then she comes in with a chat and has her name as Nimicuti, and I'm like, what?
Okay, but
anyway,
that's not
all right.
how I pronounce it though.
No,
I'm gonna make us sit here and watch somebody else's stream. You guys can catch the replay. It was quite funny. It was quite hilarious. I enjoyed myself. Xanthi's a great person. And you can actually catch some of their stuff. They're going to be playing Minecraft today. I think you could catch her and Kirsten playing some Minecraft. Xanthi. Yes, she is Greek. Yes, she is Greek. But she lives in Sweden. But you can go catch Xanthi here. I think I've got the shout out. I've got a shout out for Xanthi somewhere. Xanthi. If you're into WordPress and all that kind of stuff, in the web development, she does a lot of tutorials on Elementor and stuff like that also. So go check her out. Give her a like. Give her a follow. subscription. Give her a sub over there on her YouTubes. Yeah, just whenever you get time. I mean, it's just we just had a goofy time is all. It was fun. We're gonna do more, but all right. Let's I'm gonna go get some coffee. Let me go get some more coffee, and then I will be sure to only hit the be right back button, and we'll get into doing these Mogrts that I want to do for David. Hey, shh. No, shh. My phone. All right. So let me get some coffee. We will be right back. I swear, we're not going to end the stream. We're going to be right back. I'm going to turn up the music. And then I'm going to mute my mic. Telling you, this is one boring ass be right back screen. You know, it's really boring. It's really boring. What it needs is I'm having I'm going to have 3 cups of coffee, James. It's a really boring screen. So let's do something about that real quick. Face cam feed. Nope. I mean, that I want to use that, but not there. So we are going to go. All right, let's take my face. I'm going to shrink myself down for the moment because we have a title that we use. Let's pull that up. I'm going to pull the title designer up. What's up, Alex? How are you, sir? And good morning to anybody else. So I didn't really do my intro before. It was like, I think Alex has seen the intro, the new and improved intro. If you haven't, just say so, and I will gladly share. But I think you have, so we won't bore people with the other details. So I want to add something. I want to add some oomph to this. And I think what I want to do. Probably because we're both probably not familiar with it, but I think what I want to do is start working on my vMix setup where I can do the vMix calls. But yeah, we should have used. I think because I remembered you could do something like that, but man, we threw that stuff together like last minute. We just fly by the seat of our pants, but we probably really should have. And it's probably a lot simpler. You know, it's pretty easy to do. You know. Yes, I did. This is true. Not that I already do a great job of disrupting my own show, you know, because I do. Set it up now. Let me focus on this task real quick. Well, okay, all right. vMix call. Let me figure out where that. See, I don't even know where vMix call is. Hold on a sec or 4. Let's go to my full cam. So overrated. Is it not? It is. It is. All right. Click add input to vMix. David he's doing all right. He's getting some masseuse. I guess a masseuse that came to the house yesterday. I don't want to watch a vMix call tutorial from the other crappy LSP folks. Jesus. Is there a way to turn that off? He had a masseuse yesterday that was like, you know, an Amazon woman that threw him around like he was a rag doll, he said. And he started hurting a different hurt. He said he hopes it's a good hurt, and so he's got one with a softer touch, I guess, coming today. But he's trying to get on the mend. All right, add input to vMix. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna add an input and what is it? At video call tab. Click OK. I'm going over to let's see. All right, I've sent a link, but let's I'm hitting host a call. So over in Gilded, Alex, I DM'd you a I'm going to go to my scenes. I'm going to add the call. I'm going to shrink the, ooh, I didn't mean to do that. All right, let me pull that back up because you can't see me because the vMix call window is do I have the number still? Hold on. Edit. All right, here we go. All right. Give me a second here. You don't have Gilded app on your phone? Did I send it? I did not. Or I did. There we go. Copy. Do I have your number? I want to say I do, but there it is. All right, here we go. Finally. Boom. And I have no clue. I haven't used this is the first time I've used it, so I have the app, didn't receive a message. Yeah, I forgot to hit enter. Because I'm a dummy. A. Yes, I got the link. I'm in the call. No way to change my camera, but I can. I see. I don't and this is why you should probably always do this, like, you know, before the show or before you're going to do guests. That's why I haven't messed with it yet. It says you're on the call, but I don't see you on the call. And the information I have looks like it's all different. All right, let's try this. Let's try this again. I'm going to go to open the call manager. Callers can. I'm going to send you that link, a new link, I think. Copy. You're good to go, but I don't see it. All right, let's try this. Sending you a new link over there in Gilded. There we are. Yes!
There you go.
That's groovy. Welcome, Alex. Alex
I
McDonald.
don't hear you though.
Do you not hear me?
So you got some audio routing to do there, brother. The first guest on the Big Skull Show.
All right. I don't know if he can hear me. Let me. Check, check. All right. Cool. Hopefully that's not double audio or anything over there. Good. I don't think so. Yeah, let me see. My chat. Okay. I think we're good to go. Wow. Yes. One. I don't know if you're like the first official guest, but certainly because I've done chat, voice chat, just not a video call. So you're the first official. You're the first official face, second face.
Now I feel less special.
No, you're the first actual video guest on my channel for sure.
Now I am getting a loop back.
Are you? Let's see.
Yes, sir. It's about 500 milliseconds.
Check, check. Nothing.
The audio's gone completely now.
Check.
That's back. And no loop back. Try the music again.
Well, you don't need to hear the music.
Yeah, no, I don't need to hear the music at all.
So as long as you can hear me and I can hear you, we are good.
Good morning, Stephanie.
You're kind of small. Let's make that window a bit bigger. Later on, I'll build a dual window.
You're just a teensy little dude. It's okay. God, it's super bright in my studio.
It looks good.
I prefer it when we do our show at night. It's a little bit darker in here. My key lights have a better effect. I could turn them. I don't know. Lighting looks better in a dark environment.
Yeah, well, I've got my lights set to the lowest possible setting, and they were still felt too bright, so I went in and adjusted my ISO a bit.
That's what I should do, is go in and adjust my camera, but you know what? I can't be bothered.
But every time I try to go in and do that, I mess something up.
Same here. Absolutely same here. I've been, what do you use? You've got the 6100?
The A6100, yeah.
61. So I use a 6400 for my studio cam. I also have a ZV-1. Have you happen to have one of those?
No, I've got the A51 and the A61 and a couple of crappy Logitech webcams.
Gotcha. I have a ZV-1, which I intended to use as part of this setup, right? I bought that A10 Mini from David, and I was going to integrate it and use it for part of this. What I've been using it for is shooting commercials, believe it or not.
Nice.
Been making commercials. Now, it's not national or anything like that. It's just local stuff to do with the GOP.
Yeah.
Things we're doing. But I'll tell you what, that is a remarkably capable camera. Been shooting in S-Log3 and then grading them myself. And for what is effectively a point-and-shoot camera,
right?
I've been really, really impressed with that thing. So can recommend
the ZV.
The ZV-1, yes. I cannot recommend the ZV-A10. That everybody seems to be overjoyed about, and I don't recommend it because it is simply a one-trick pony. It's good for live streaming or static tripod shots.
Right.
And that's it. You can't use it for anything else. So do not waste the money on the ZV-10. Get the ZV or ZV-E10, whatever it's called. Get a ZV-1.
Yeah, I haven't been shooting much video at all. I've meant to. I've got the kind of rig that David has, his mobile rig, but I haven't put it all together yet to use it. And that was my A61, which I got from David, by the way. But he's buying stuff up, David.
Yeah. So Michelle says she can hear me, but she's getting a loop back on. I don't know if it's on your end, but she's hearing an echo when you're talking.
Could be.
Audio, man. Audio lag is the bane of everyone's existence.
Because I've actually got a bus set up for chat. Where'd it go? Let's see. You're routed through chat. I should be routed through the master, but you can't hear.
I hear you. I don't hear any audio. That's all. I don't hear the music, I should say.
Do you still hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it looks like I'm covering up half your face, which is
that's okay. I'm about to build a quick scene here.
I can go down a rabbit hole as quickly as you, brother.
Oh, man.
You want me to go full screen and take over the show for 10 minutes?
This is we'll do it right here live, really. And I'm just gonna create a quick blank input, not the color bars.
Do me if you would share your screen while you do this, because I'm curious to
Let me see. Let's see.
Works in VMix.
All right. So I need to go to general, change. We're going to turn that to transparent. I'm going to add let's add our cameras in the, oops, I need to do that one. We're going to go, we'll add that camera. Now I can't hear you. You were just saying something?
I was saying, when you were on that screen, there were those blue and red, looked like preset scenes. You could pick one of those to do a quick side-by-side.
I could.
I'm not saying to. I'm just curious if that's what those are. That's all.
I think I've never used them, so I'm not sure. Maybe I need to go into your... Let's see.
Beauty of doing this live.
Yeah. And then I get focused, and that is not the scene I want. I want my cam. Main cam, that's what I'm thinking. And then we'll... Scale that up. Go ahead.
I always get up on a Saturday morning with a list of things to do, and then end up watching your show and end up having to do those things during the hottest part of the day. So
Yeah.
thanks a lot, Graham.
I'm good at that. I'm good at tricking people into watching my nonsense. That's...
I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Good.
I'm
I am
still
glad.
Waiting, though. I'm still waiting, though, because about 3 weeks ago, you had a really nice thumbnail about creating Stream Deck icons.
Ah, yeah.
Didn't get to it in that show.
Did I not? Yeah.
And I don't think I don't know if I missed it, but I don't think you've gotten to it.
I don't think I have. What I need to do is set up Notion or something and really get in there and schedule, because half the time I go, hey, I think I'll talk about this. Best nonsense on the internet, John Simon says. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we did Thursday's show, and I scheduled it Thursday morning. It was around, we go live at 9:30 and at night, and I scheduled it at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I had all the stories listed that we were going to do, and then a bunch of news broke, and so we ended up having to do other stories. So
Yeah.
I know how it goes. When you schedule something, you have a thumbnail, you end up doing something else. I understand how that works.
I mean, my whole 6-month commitment thing was like I was going to start doing just videos, and all I've done is really live stream. So
Yeah. And now John's saying he's still hearing an echo as well.
all right, we're gonna have to deal with that for a bit until I get back to it. Why did I put the rock list? I've got coffee in one hand, so there we go. And like I said, I am just spitballing this. I need to make a nice title so I could put lower thirds below everybody. Let me find my background.
I'm surprised more people don't have guests. I really enjoy having guests on for interviews on my shows.
Now that I've done it, and other than the audio, I
Yeah, that just takes some finessing. And you know what? We know a guy.
yeah. We know a guy. Hopefully he doesn't watch this stream and see me fumbling around. He'll be like, my young Padawan is an idiot. And there we go.
You know, David.
Now it looks nice.
David talks about the audio on the Mac,
Yeah.
and you know, and listen, I'm absolutely certain he's right that it's more customizable on Windows and in vMix, but it's just so simple on the Mac. You know what I mean?
Right.
There you go. That looks good.
Do I still have an echo, folks?
Did you just happen to whip that overlay up?
Yep. And here's the thing. The border is I've got already in vMix element, separate elements. Separate. How do I get rid of that damn echo?
So what you did there was brought in two cameras.
I brought in the two cameras.
That border is an element.
Yeah, it's already an element that I use, so I then just overlaid two of those and adjusted it. I've already got the background, and what's nice about here, we can go back to the I'll pull that up. Is the multi-layer, and I can add my cameras to the bottom, my borders above it. I haven't figured out, there's a trick, and maybe John knows that you're supposed to be able to click either on the number, and that selects an item, and then you can move it around. See, there we go. Or number 4. If I click on number 4, I should be able to move that other one. There we go. And it works sometimes, and it doesn't work other times. It's weird. I think you have to click on it and then move it.
I don't know if is my audio still working? Can you hear me on this?
I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I can do something similar with Ecamm. I can bring in a camera, give it a border, but I can't give it a fancy custom border like that. I can just give it a line, a stroke.
It won't let you pull in transparent PNGs?
Not, I mean, I can. Yeah. Oh, okay. So
because that's all those is.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. No, I could do that. Yeah.
Yep.
I figured it was actually attaching that to the camera shot itself.
Now, if I want to do that, I can pull up my the face cam, because you have to create basically like in Photoshop, you're going to create a composition, which is an input basically in vMix. I think of it as a composition, and then in. Let me pull that back. Let me go back to my face cam. Oop. Nope, go away. So this is just a blank, transparent input. And I've added the border as a separate element. It's just a transparent PNG on the top layer, and then my logo, and then my cam. I have another face cam feed. That's the back camera if I want to highlight that. And then once that's built, it's an input, and it's like you can then, like with smart objects of Photoshop, you can then pull in that input to a different input, which is basically what I've done on.
You could bring that into any scene.
Yes,
and it would
to
it would
any of my
keep that
scenes.
same appearance, shape, style, size.
Yes. Well, I've centered it there so that, and like I said, I'm going to pull up. Like this is a separate scene. Let me go to. There we go. So it's a separate element there, so that I can move that sucker around anywhere I want in my scene, and it has all the elements. And then if I wanted to change that camera, I just go back to that other input. If that's making sense. I hope that's making sense.
You know, it is.
Come on.
It is.
There we go.
What about what about for quick on the, let me, if you can,
Yeah.
if you're able to, make me full screen so I can demo something to you. So if you were in with me as a guest, for example, I'm going to go to live demo mode, I guess, so folks can see. Let me
Uh-oh. I don't know if that was me. Is my mic on bus A? It is. There we go. All right. My mic is off of bus A. Did we lose him? No echo. Okay. But then I think John couldn't hear me. So, and you're a master at this. So let me go back to the call. My call manager. Yeah. Alex got disconnected. There we go. You are back. Can you hear me?
it looks like I'm back in, but no audio from you.
Yeah. So John, now he can't hear me. He has to refresh. Set audio output on the call to master. Okay. Check. Testing 1 2.
I'm hearing the music and an echo.
So now he's hearing the music and the echo, John.
I dropped off completely, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mic is set to master. John.
It's almost like the audio is coming through on the music channel also. The music bus.
Try setting his audio to headphones. How about now?
I lost all audio there.
Lost all audio. Let me pull up.
Although, strangely enough, I heard that stinger transition.
Did you hear the stinger?
I hear nothing else, but I heard the whoosh of the stinger.
Add B to my mic. Okay. B B B. B B B B.
I'm not hearing anything if you're talking to me.
That's my music. So if I add A, then you get double. B is music, A is chat. Audio outputs, I've got let's see. All right, now I don't hear chat. All right, I think we're good there. Set his audio to B and reduce volume on music. You also may hear the lawn guy now. Lawn guy's here. Set his audio to B and reduce volume on music. All right. Set the audio in like through the call manager, right? Yeah, but B is going to be the music. If I set it to A, how about now?
I hear you on bus A.
Now I don't hear you. Let's see. All right, say something.
I do hear you on bus A.
Right,
I don't hear the music.
Okay. All right. The echo is back because your mic is on A. But my mic should be on master. How about now?
Just so you know,
Now I hear you.
there
That's
are
good.
options in vMix Call on in this
Yes.
a vmixcall.com window. There are options for me for audio cancellation and auto gain that are checked by default.
I think
I don't know if
David.
that's going to make a difference on your end.
I think David says uncheck those.
I lost you.
All right.
You're
I'm
back.
on A. Everybody can hear me without an echo now, right?
I'm assuming that was to the audience, not me.
You too. Yeah, you too. As long as you can hear me and they can hear me. Could it be your Elgato audio? It could be. Are you hearing an echo, John? Because if you're still hearing an echo, I'm still at a loss. We need to get Conte working. Yes.
I'm going to verify. Okay, so I have mix minus enabled, so it should any echo should not be coming from me.
Not from you. I don't hear that. It is definitely from me. All my music is routed to B, which is I can control with. Yeah, I'll just let me bring this down. So here's my chat. If I turn off this, nobody should be hearing me. You hear me? Because we're in the chat. It's routed to chat. Maybe if I don't route my mic to master, you hear me? No echo. Okay. No echo from Alex. No echo from the chat. So, okay. It has to do with, all right, I'm going to do one other thing and to make sure. Can everybody hear? Can Alex, you can hear me? Nope, I could not hear Alex if I turn my head off. Oh, you didn't? All right, hold on. Now say something. See, yeah, you're saying something now. I cannot hear you. Yeah. So, but that's okay. I'm going to have to hear, as long as there's not in that, your mic needs to be on master. It is. It's on master. It's not in my headphones. I do, but that's the lawn guy. Yeah. But I'm on the short runway, so only small planes go over. Now I'm going to turn off my headphones on the call. And okay. I can still hear you. No echo. And all right, we're going to leave it. As long as I don't have an echo, I don't mind hearing myself. It's a little annoying, but you know, the show must go on. Cut. All right. You can't hear him now? All right. But if it goes back to master, because I send him to master,
then they start to get an echo. Just notice we sit the exact same way.
Do
when we're on camera. Jesus. That's weird.
Yeah, but I'm not constantly going.
Oh, do you hear that? Sorry.
No, I don't, but just, I imagine that's the sound it makes. I'm constantly doing this, though.
Mine actually is very, very quiet because it's not one of those high volume things that sucks through a lot of air.
Nice.
And I don't think anyone's ever heard it on mic. I don't think so. I mean, there are people in your chat that watch my show. Maybe they can say whether they've heard it on mic, but I don't think they have.
Not very often. I've not, the times I watch it, you don't hear it. So, all right, here we go. Let's do full screen. Go for it.
Oh, okay. So here's my question to you. I know you just set that up with a nice overlay and things like that.
Yes.
But what about doing something very quickly on the fly? For example, I'm going to go into demo mode. I can bring in a quick camera input. In my software, it came in by default with a border, but I can turn that on or off. And I can very quickly change the shape and then position this thing where I want it to be. So if I wanted to do that in vMix, how would I go about that? Doing it very quickly within 5 to 10 seconds to get a very quick either pip or something like that without having to deal with custom overlay borders or anything like that. Can you do that? Apply a stroke?
Not that I am aware of. There's no like custom stroke, but I don't use those like you saw the preset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John may know
those preset scene building things.
Yeah.
Right.
So
no, your setup is remarkably customized.
You're basically like saying we go to add a blank input. Of course, it's going to go dark a little bit, maybe not. We add our camera. I go in and then I crop my camera in a bit. At the top too much. Ooh, come here. I can move that camera and then maybe size it down just a little bit. But after that, well, okay,
There's
wrong.
an option for border.
I'm wrong.
There it is.
There,
yeah,
border. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you can't. Yeah,
So-
all right.
so
So,
you
you can
can't.
do it
I
quickly
just-
on the fly.
Like I said, I do mine custom, so I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. All right.
It's terrible that I try to teach people this shit, and I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Oh, look at you can do a thickness. You can radius the corners.
Man, that radius
Color.
is
I'm assuming that
30.
brings up a color picker.
Yeah,
If you click color.
So
Okay. Yeah.
you can add your own custom colors, but we'll do the nice David pink color there. That thickness, wow. Let's go with the 20.
Nice.
There we go. So yeah, boom.
And that now becomes is it called an input that you can bring into
this
any
is an
scene?
input that I can then bring into any. Yes, everything is an input. It doesn't matter if it's a graphic, it's a video, if it's a camera. vMix calls them all inputs, and you can group those. I said I've got mine grouped by the tabs. I got scenes, so you pull in, you create a blank input, like I said, which is your canvas. Thank you, John Simon, for telling me about how to do that, because I was trying to build everything as a scene within an input. But it's like creating nested scenes too, because that camera's a nested scene.
Do me explain. So I've heard David talk about nested scenes, and that's a concept I don't get either.
Okay.
What does that mean? Just a scene within a scene, and what would be the purpose for that?
Here, but just like the camera, I'm gonna go in here, and we'll just say this is our main scene.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in and pull in my face cam. That's not my face cam. Where is that? Those are my scenes. I got to remember what I named these things. We'll just pull in my color. It's color down here. And why is it blocking everything out? Because is it transparent or is it not transparent? Let's edit that. It's not. There we go. Now it's transparent. Or is it? Okay. Why is it? It's killing me. All right. I've created 2 of them now. Folks, I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. It will hurt your brain cells. Let me go back to my scenes. Let's go back to
Now, all we're seeing is a little image of you, by
box.
the way.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find where I accidentally put, and I think that's what it. That's it. All right, let me delete that. We got to rename this. This is Alex totally, by the way, totally awesome vmix call scene. All right, that's what we're going to call that. And then I'm going to go to my color general, and this is totally awesome border cam. Now I definitely know what that is. All right, so we have our regular scene. I've got that color scene. We can go in and it's still not transparent. Why is it? Did I not change it?
You want that black background to be
Yeah,
transparent,
I want
right?
that to be gone. There.
Just like that.
There. So what we're looking at with this one, my camera's blocking it up there. We can even go in and turn that off, because that is basically a nested scene. So I can go into this, I call it it's the Skull HQ display 1, which I use to show the vmix stuff. I can turn off that camera. That is a nested scene, and I had showed you that earlier, right?
Yep.
That's basically it. You build an input, and then when you pull it into another input, you are nesting it. That way, if I go back to that small cam and I don't want that cam, let me grab it. It's in my overlays here. I can turn off the main cam and turn on, because I've got cameras set up within that scene, and then you can control these. You can control these layers with Stream Deck through triggers and shortcut.
So you can bring scene 2 into scene 1,
right,
and control scene 2 independently of scene.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I can see how that would be kind of handy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a powerful bit of kit, that vmix.
So powerful that, it's very confusing. It's not very intuitive sometimes, but let's go back to.
I mean, that's like any high-end software, right?
Sure.
Photoshop, Premiere. On my side, it's Final Cut, Motion, stuff like that. There's so much power and so many features that, quite frankly, you will never use every single one.
No.
And you just learn new bits and pieces as you go along. And I'm guessing that's the best way to approach vmix. Get started, understand the basics, and just pick up the more advanced stuff as you progress with it.
Yeah. John says you can even rotate with scripts and playlists. Yes. I set up a playlist for when I do my work, watch me work or fiddle around or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. And you can like rotate scenes as well, right? You can set up scripting for that.
Yeah. Because basically, the cameras are inputs, scenes are inputs, and with the playlist, you can rotate any of those kind of things. You just got to think of, like with vMix, everything is an element that you can then combine and arrange within, your main inputs.
Yeah. It's clever stuff. Mighty powerful stuff. Now it's just gotta see if it ever gets onto the Mac.
Yeah, it's interesting, having David watching David as he's attempting to do that, and it always seems like he's just right there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Hey,
I don't think it will. Me personally, I don't think it will ever work in virtualization on the Mac in Parallels. Before this switch to M1, you could actually load Windows on a Mac in Boot Camp. It would, it was a completely separate install of Windows on a Mac. But then you're just running Windows. You lose what I consider the benefits of Mac OS because you're just simply booting into Windows. But they did away with that when they switched to the M1, which I think are ARM effectively. Now, Windows on ARM might be an option at some point in the near future with the Mac, but who knows? I guess we'll see. But right now, with Parallels virtualization, you're running 64-bit Windows in effectively a virtual machine, and I don't think it's ever going to have access to the hardware the way it would need to in order to run.
Sorry, doggos are barking.
They don't bother me. I'm a fan of dogs.
Oh, we love them.
All
right, let's see. Keep going. You have a way more technical. I am savvy when it comes to the software stuff. A lot of the tech stuff leaks out my left ear half the time.
Gotcha. Well, on the Mac, everything including hardware is sandboxed from everything else. A lot of vulnerabilities on PC hardware or on PC systems comes through hardware vulnerabilities, right? The memory talking to the processor, things like that. There end up being leaks. Well, on the Mac, they sandbox all of that stuff, hardware and software. And this is why I think Parallels will never have the access to the hardware it needs, because in order for Apple to give them that access, they are potentially creating a vulnerability. So all of the hardware is also emulated in that virtual machine rather than direct access. So while I think David... Listen, I agree with him. I think the hardware itself would be perfectly capable of running vMix. I don't think they'll ever have the hardware access they need to be able to do it. Because I do believe in Apple's mind that's just going to create vulnerability.
One moment, I'm being informed of something by the lovely and gracious Tara. I just got my breakfast order taken. Thank you.
Nice.
I should have asked if anybody else wanted anything.
I was going to say, what are we having?
McDonald's.
Egg McMuffin.
I went for the sausage McGriddle and a large. Make it a large McCafe mocha.
Now
Okay.
I'm hungry. God, I haven't had McDonald's breakfast in years.
It's terrible. It's terrible because it's like 2 blocks away. So,
I mean, terrible is a strong word.
well, what I'm saying is, it's just
Fantastic.
it's easy access. And
Yeah, there you
so,
go. It's
you
just
know.
too easy to pick up a dozen
is.
Egg McMuffins.
It is. Xanthi's going to be jealous. Really, she's going to wonder why didn't we do this on her stream yesterday. And if you haven't watched that, it's hilarious. Because I did a collab with her yesterday, and yeah,
I watched a bit of that this morning. You even took over the show there for
yes,
for
because
some
she
minutes.
had a few technical difficulties. She's throwing OBS out the window, apparently, according to a tweet this morning or yesterday. I really think her main problems are just she needs a better PC. She's using like a 6-year-old laptop that was probably meant to just do.
She was running through Restream Studio last night, though.
Yes.
Now she may have, I guess,
Her
been
cameras
feeding
and
a
stuff.
virtual cam. Okay.
Yeah, it's her
she may have-
cameras and stuff that kept messing up.
So this would be my advice to anyone doing that. If you're sending a virtual cam to Restream Studio, I would suggest don't, and just set Restream Studio to grab your main camera and avoid any of that other stuff. I've done it before, and I've had good and bad experiences trying to run. I use Ecamm, but let's say OBS. Trying to run OBS as a virtual camera into other. I'm doing it currently. I'm sending. I can switch all my scenes here
Right.
and jump to different stuff. I'm running Ecamm to you as a virtual cam, and there's no guarantee it's gonna keep working.
And that's what I usually I fire up vMix and I send an external with my vMix stuff, and that's what I was doing yesterday also.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, it's fun doing. Collaborations are good. Now, here's a question: did you pick up any new subs?
I don't know. I didn't even look.
So, a really good. This is. I don't want to call this advice because listen, I'm newish to YouTube. We've been on YouTube for 15, 16 months now at this point,
Right.
Danielle and I. But a good way to find new subscribers is collaborating with other channels.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
a great way.
For sure. So those of you here now, I put the link earlier. I can do it again because I wanted to plug.
Oh, well, let's throw
plug
out a disclaimer. Let's throw out a disclaimer because my content's very different to yours.
It is.
And I don't want people to subscribe and then be shocked. Danielle and I do spicy political hot takes. It is absolutely adult oriented.
Yes.
There is no filter on our show, and it is a conservative from a conservative point of view.
Right.
So, if you like spicy conservative nonsense, go subscribe.
And if you're a person who likes to think critically and have an open mind and are welcome to good conversation and healthy debate, then yes, I highly suggest subscribing to the TPS
Yeah, no, I appreciate
report.
that. I think we're fair. I say it's from a conservative perspective, but I got to tell you, I think we're more middle of the road, don't you?
Yeah, I think most everybody would, even if they differ on certain issues, I think everybody it falls within a good middle perspective. Unfortunately, in my opinion, sometimes there are those who lean more to the left are more likely to,
Listen, I love my left-leaning friends, and
I do too.
I love when they call in because I'm not going to fight with somebody. I'm actually going to debate an issue with somebody. I'll throw out some ad hominems if we're talking about a topic that's particularly annoying
Right.
to me. But when we get callers, when we have guests, when we're interviewing, when we're debating, it's about the topic. It's about the facts.
Right.
And you know, somebody's opinions don't outweigh another person's facts. You know what I mean?
And I really am becoming a very strong libertarian anarcho-capitalist.
Yeah, same here, to be honest
I'm
with
pretty much, you can live your life how you want, and I'm not going to judge that because I don't care. And as long as you're not trying to take my property and give it to everybody else, or
yeah, as long as your actions don't as long as your actions don't hurt somebody else. We have a lot of conversations about the LGBTQ plus AAIP, whatever it is, community, and we're very respectful of people's choices because it's your life and it doesn't affect me in the least bit. There are certain places where I draw the line, which is, trans, I always get this backwards, trans women in female sports. So
Sure.
Men that have transitioned to female who are now competing against biological women. That's one of my lines. Yeah, that's one of my red lines. But, if you're, whatever your choices are in life, be you, do you. And Danny and I are very respectful of that. We're not one of these channels that just pick on things that we don't. Yeah, if we don't, whether it's our choice or not, we're respectful of those choices.
I am a person that wants people to live the life they want to live. But there are certain, I don't want to say boundaries, but it's like with the female sports, it's like, that those came into being so that females could compete on a certain level. And I'm not saying they could never compete with males, or, males can't compete with females, it's not about that. It's that idea of biologically you are one thing and you trying to compete in a field that was already a biological competition. Basically, it's like you're not doing a credit to that. It's full disclosure too, though. I have a trans kid, so just
I did not know that.
Yeah,
and here's the thing: it's the individual's choice, right? Yeah. And there's the reason I don't get offended by it or upset about it like so many people on the right is because it doesn't affect me. It has nothing to do with me. And these are autonomous human beings who get to make their own decisions, right? It's not on me to make somebody else's decisions for them.
Right.
But when it comes to something like sports, again, I'm not trying to make somebody's decisions for them. Right. I just think it's unfair to effectively they're making the decision for biological females that hey, I'm going to jump into this game. I'm going to put pressure on the governing bodies to allow me to jump into this game, and I don't care what you think. Right. This is the way it's going to be, and that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. That's all. That's not to say that there aren't women out there who will beat the hell out of someone. For example, if I decided to get in the swimming pool and race some collegiate female swimmers, they're going to destroy me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
There's a local swimmer, last name's King. I can't remember her first name, from our area. Yeah, she would smoke me.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are very, very capable.
And I'm sorry, but I am not. I would never even think about getting in the ring with Ronda Rousey.
Hell no.
Or any.
Not in a million years. Even at my healthiest stage in life, I would not have gotten into the ring with Ronda Rousey.
Much respect, for those folks. Anyway, we weren't trying to get all political and everything. We just want everybody to understand what Alex and Danny's show is about, and I would appreciate it if you go over there and give them a sub and go with an open mind and watch, because Alex has been a great friend of this show, and I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate that too. I enjoy this, man. I really enjoy what you do. There are certain
Thank
channels.
God somebody does.
Yeah, I mean, I do. It's just so natural. It's so off the cuff, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's sitting down and interacting with your friends, and we get to learn something. Believe it or not, I shouldn't say it like this. I've learned a lot from watching your show. I really have. I
Learned a lot
started
of what not to do. No, just kidding.
right. I started delving into Apple Motion, right? 3D motion graphics, because of watching you work in After Effects. And
Nice.
and you explained null objects to me, because I had no idea what a damn null is. And I just reach out to you and you say, oh yeah, it's this, and this. I'm like, okay, brilliant. So effectively a placeholder is what a null is.
You
Why
think
they
of
don't
it,
just call it
you would think of it like basically in the terms of what we were doing earlier, is a null object is a blank input that you attach other
Right.
objects, to group them or move them at the same time. So yeah,
They could just call it a placeholder, but whatever.
they could.
I'm not gonna,
They
I'm gonna
could.
judge. But now I know what it is. It made a lot of sense, and so I've been utilizing nulls now
Good.
in my
Nice.
3D motion graphic stuff. Listen, I'm nowhere even close to your level. Your new intro is absolutely fantastic. Although, can I say one thing?
Yes, you can.
This isn't I'm not in a position to give you constructive criticism.
Don't make me
I'm just
cry,
going to tell you one
you
thing.
big
I'm going to tell you
meanie.
one thing I liked. I saw one edit of that.
Yeah.
Near the beginning where the band members on the beat, the band members come in.
I'm gonna go tan and get my oil changed.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Near the beginning,
Sorry.
the band
Yep.
members come in. There's 4 beats. It's boom, boom, boom. And on that 4th beat, you now cut to a flaming skull.
Yeah.
There was one edit where you did boom, drummer, guitarist, bassist. And on the 4th beat, the hip thrust guy came
Yes. Yeah.
in. And I really liked
I
that
should
one.
put that back in. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm like, there's a few things, but that'd be cool to put back in. And that's one of the things I need to do is I had in the edit some pumping to the beat of the screen, and I forgot to add that back in. And so I got to go back. So yeah, I will definitely be doing a re-edit and
There you go.
tweaking a little bit more, but yeah.
Consider that that was just a little reminding nudge there,
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
any kind of constructive criticism. Because, like I said, I'm not in a position to give you that.
No, I mean,
You're the professional at this. I'm a
certainly
interested
suggestions
amateur.
are always welcome.
But yeah, I really liked that edit because it brought the whole band in together, and it was fun.
Well, I was just
And,
talking earlier about that scene actually oops, sorry. I'm making noise here. That scene needs some extra stuff in the background too, because it's just kind of plain when the drummer goes back and the guitarist and the bassist comes in. It feels plain. So I want to add, if I add the hip thrust guy back in, and maybe I put the dancers back there or something, some speakers come in, something,
You can build an entire. Here's what I've learned
Yeah.
from motion: you can build an environment.
Mm-hmm. You can build a whole room behind you and do green screen with motion, as well as After Effects and any 3D program. And I did a lot of that when
Right.
I first started at the station. You know, I would build the backgrounds with 3D. It's just they call them solids, and it's just a rectangle. And then if you make it 3D, you can then rotate it. You rotate it, and you can create boxes, and then you attach those to a null object, and then you can attach a camera to that null object, and then do camera moves within this, you know, this virtual room that you just created. You can add textures to those, the colors and stuff, and yeah.
And it's getting so realistic. It's becoming difficult to separate the virtual from the reality.
Yeah.
At this point, it's gotten so good. It's absolutely amazing. You know, I'm doing simple stuff like a spinning logo that we use at the start of our show, stuff like that. And I did our intro, but you know, that intro was a template which I brought into Motion and then just customized to fit our needs. So it was relatively simple, to be honest with you. You're creating this stuff from scratch, and it's just I don't know. I think it's fascinating to watch, to be honest with you.
And we've been talking, Alex. Let me take a chance to say hello, George, who popped in earlier and said hello. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you there, George. Hope you're doing well. We know him through Xanthi and her channel.
Hey, George.
And John, of course, has been a great asset for helping me with some of the vMix stuff.
I see John in the chat of a number of shows.
Yes.
What is John's channel? What does John do?
Here, let me pull that up for you.
Excellent.
John does the Ringside Report with his son and his team, and it's a great show. Like yours, it has heart. You know, it's one of those homegrown looking shows with that professional edge. And I love that they put on they just kill it every time I watch them. So
good.
Who else did we? Lori's in. Hi, Lori. Lori's a local gal here where I'm from. Nova, of course, a friend of the channel over on Twitch. If you like Star Trek.
Lori knows you personally, IRL, as they say.
We know Lori through the Morning Invest show, but she lives in my state, so
okay.
Spazia, what's up? What's going on? Glad to see you. We got Hans, of course. All right, good. Thanks, guys, for coming to hang out. And we did this impromptu. I'm not ending the show. I'm just saying thanks. You know, you can blame Alex for this because he was like
this
wanting to help
hole.
test vMix call, and this is the first time I've actually used it. We had some glitches and stuff, but we figured it out, and it's looking nice. And now, obviously, people are liking it, so we'll have to add this as an addition. Maybe. Like I said, I keep doing these. I stream every day now. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my watch me work. That's a terrible name. I want to come up with something different. But and then Tuesdays and Thursdays are kind of my evening streams. And maybe I'll pick one of those days where we do guests on that. And Saturday and Sundays are going to start turning into my kind of entertainment streams where I do my VR stuff and maybe get back into trying to play some guitar or something. But maybe keep one of those 2 days also as a guest day.
So now that you've gotten this set up for guests, and I'm sure you won't be able to answer this because I'm your first live video guest.
The first live video guest, yeah.
will vmix so this scene you've set up, I'm
Right.
with me on I guess I'm on your right, I'm looking at it reversed.
Right.
Will vmix remember this now, and when you send out a new link, which will be a different link, do you think it will automatically bring the guest into this scene and populate this box I'm in,
I am not sure.
or do you think you'll have to do some updating?
I will I'll have to do a little extra research, and I'm sure David and I think if John has already left, but David could probably shed some insight on, do I need to I don't need to set the whole scene up. I would just need to add the caller input to this scene.
Okay.
And,
so go into
think-
the settings
yeah.
of this one and change the call input.
Yeah. I think that would be the only thing I have to do. Hopefully.
Well, now you have a new project setting
I
up
have it,
new
yep.
scenes for guests.
Yep. It's right here. I'm going to stick
addition
to just
to-
one guest.
In addition to the Stream Deck icons
Yes.
and the Alex and Danny silhouettes.
We'll move those up on the priority list. It's so many. It's just so many things I want to get to, and I can't really describe how much. And again, it's not complaining, and I hate putting people off, but the work I do with David and now Redacted, which was Morning Invest, takes up that more extra time than I anticipated.
Oh yeah, you do a lot, and now I don't know if you're doing the. Are you doing all of the individual thumbnails for each of the Redacted uploads as well?
Yes.
And people don't realize the time to do a good thumbnail.
Right.
The time that goes into it is. I couldn't do it. I don't have that amount of time available to me with everything else that's going on. I'm working full. I haven't. I'm not doing this as a full career the way you are, right?
Hence,
I have a 9 to 5.
Hence why they have hired me to do the thumbnails, because that's a 2 to 3 hour process sometimes. I usually do thumbnails during the actual show. I'm watching it and paying attention, and then they have a list of what they're talking about, and I'll start working on those, and by the end of the shows I've usually got most of them done.
Right.
And
bye, Michelle. See you Monday.
Yep. See you, Michelle. I do too. So are you leaving? Is you leaving now? Time to get a video call. It's locked down outside of vMix for like Skype or Google Duo. Yeah. I don't know. vMix calls work just fine, I think.
I use Skype.
It's just the website. Do you use Skype?
Yeah, I mean, my software has video features built into them.
Right.
But you only get with Ecamm, you get X number of hours. Now, listen, I'm actually in a different position with Ecamm because I get it for free.
Right.
Because I did a lot of testing and some development with them early on while they were developing this interview feature. But even though I get it for free, I don't like to abuse it, right? I don't like to use up all the interview hours and then say, hey, it's me again, send me some more free hours. Right. So when it's just Danny and I use Skype, which works out perfectly for us. If I have more than Danielle, Skype becomes a bit cumbersome, so we switch over to the interview system, which can bring in, I think, 5 additional guests. But yeah, I really do like Skype, and its quality and reliability have just gotten better and better over time. Well, put it this way, every time you see Danielle, she's coming in on Skype, and it looks good, right?
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
We think it looks great.
That it's just the video conferencing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really enjoy it.
Well, folks,
Glory.
it's 10 o'clock.
Is it? Oh Christ! It's 11 o'clock here.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. And that is my hard deadline to quit so that people can do stuff around the house. Because
I've no idea what you were supposed to be working on before I crashed the party.
I was going to
so
work
I
on some
apologize for
Mogrts, but you know, this was fun anyway. You know,
that. What is a Mogrt?
it's a motion graphic template, and it is something that you build in After Effects and export that you can then pull into Premiere. Now, what that allows is for you to add elements that are editable, like text. So say you want a
Sure.
lower third with a look and feel. You have your designer create a Mogrt. And then when you pull that in for Premiere, you can then edit the text.
Yeah, you
or
can set up
colors.
placeholders. Yeah, so you can put placeholders in the Mogrt and then just
Right.
add elements to that.
Right,
I
right.
wonder if those would. I wonder if Adobe Mogrts can be exported to work in the Apple ecosystem.
No, well, it just says, Google is our friend. Can I use Mogrts in what Final
Because
Cut
I
Pro?
can, I can create it's a different name, but I can create those in motion to use in Final Cut.
Let's see.
So I have to believe there's some kind of standard there, and that maybe they're interchangeable between
Let's see.
ecosystems.
And this is back in, let's see what. Yeah, in December 2021, someone asked the question, I need to import a motion graphic Mogrt title file into Final Cut Pro. Is there any way to install Mogrt into FCPX? And someone says, I don't think so, but maybe someone else will chime in. It's not in the list of supported formats. So I guess check Final Cut Pro and see if there's a format.
There's got to
for
be
it
some,
now.
yeah. There's got to be some kind of translation software that will. Anyway, sorry, you're trying
let's
to
see,
you're
let's
trying
see.
to get
Motion-
off, and now I'm asking
Motion,
questions.
right? Motion. What is the equivalent? The equivalent of a Mogrt in motion. That's just pulling up a lot of the Adobe stuff about Mogrts. What is motion? Yeah. Convert a motion project to Final Cut Pro. Template and Mogrt. Yeah, I don't see anything right off the bat, but I'd have to look, but I'm sure you could find, if it has something.
It would be
Similar.
continue. That's fine. Update. It would be I'm trying to open Final Cut here. Okay. It would be a generator. It would be considered a generator.
A generator.
Yes. Yeah, I can create in motion. I can create generators which you can bring into. You can install in Final Cut, and then, they let you apply your elements to those particular things.
A generator
So-
template. Yeah, I see. Use the Final Cut Pro generator template to create a custom generator that can be applied to clips in Final Cut Pro timeline.
So, is there a Mogrt, which is just a brilliant name, to FCPX generator, Mogrt to Final Cut Pro generator translation? See if there is such a thing.
Let's see. Create a new generator template in motion. You can choose to file new from project browser. And then you can choose Final Cut generator and the project size. Build the projects you would any other motion projects. Use shapes, text, behaviors, cameras, so on. To allow Final Cut Pro users to modify specifically. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, exactly what generator is. It's a Mogrt for motion to use in Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, I'm going to do some research and see if there's a translation layer or something that will work to be able to, you know, I'm sure it wouldn't be perfect. Remember, we tried this with Photoshop and Pixelmator.
Right.
And it worked sort of. So now I'm wondering if I can find something that will, because that way I could just say, hey, Grim, put this together, make me a Mogrt. Oh God, just trying to find ways to be completely lazy is what's going on.
That's when
here.
Grim had to buy a Mac and buy Motion and Final Cut Pro.
Right. All right, listen, I'm sorry. You're trying to get off here and I'm just delaying.
Like I said, they went off to tan and something else. So if I don't get off on the dot, but usually at 10 o'clock, I make that a hard deadline because it's Saturday is laundry day and chore day and
right.
You know, and I have no doors on this studio yet. I should really invest in some. So, but hey, this is great. This is fun. I really like this. I do want to do it again. So we'll definitely have to set something up at some point. And
a lot of fun. I'm going to jump out, let you end your show properly.
Already?
So, because I'm just being a rude guest.
No,
but Derek, Grim,
right.
thank you.
Right.
Thank
Everybody
you.
Go check out the TPS report.
I really appreciate you testing this out for me because I've wanted to see vMix Core working. I've wanted to understand how it works because I am thinking about vMix.
Yep.
You know? So I appreciate it, brother. Thank you,
no problem, man.
Have a great weekend.
See ya.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
And there we go. Whoop. And I've got Alex still up on this screen, so let me go fix that real quick. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate it. It's fun. We will just take that totally out. There we go. All right. That was cool. Okay, folks. Like I said, it's a hard deadline for me, so I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, even though I didn't get to talk about or do the Mogrts like I was going to. Maybe I'll work on that later on this afternoon or tomorrow. It's a nice day, so everybody go enjoy yourselves out in this nice weather, if you have nice weather. And again, you know, if you learned anything on my show today or appreciate it or want to help support my channel, you know, feel free to head to buymeasushi.com. Every little bit helps support the channel. We'll try. Have a good one. You bet. Be sure to also, you know, follow me on Twitter. That way you'll be notified of when I go live and if I don't go live or have to cancel or when I'm going to have guests at some point. I appreciate y'all you being there. Nova, George, Lori, Hans, Sean, Michelle was here. Thank you. And Alex. Everybody have a great afternoon and I will be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. And, you know, we'll try to get some stuff going. So, peace.